Season 2, brought to you or covered by GOMTV.net. Best place for esports action. In the bottom right, we have our player, a GSL finalist. He is
Master LGIM Squirtle.
And in the bottom left, I'd say the underdog in this entire group. Let's see what he can do. He is
New challenger LGIM YongHwa.
All right. So, who do you think is going to win this, and who do you want to win this? Probably the same, but
I think a Squirtle was going to win, and I want him to win. I would like to see the rematch. Not the rematch, excuse me. I'd like to see a Squirtle versus Parting match here.
That's what I want, right? I want to see that, absolutely. You see, actually, YongHwa won last time they played. I actually think YongHwa is going to win because he screwed up against Parting, but Squirtle's a teammate. I'm sure they've become a lot closer. He should be more comfortable with Squirtle's overall style.
Yeah.
And YongHwa does have like a very precise, very strong PvP with like a lot of knowledge backing it up. So I feel like he's going to pair up reasonably well with Squirtle, but I would love nothing more than to see Squirtle go against Parting because Parting...
Well, that's just going to be a fun match to cast and to watch.
Yeah, if you look back through history, like Squirtle came up before Parting. Parting came up using all of Squirtle's builds. Like, Parting is the guy that's good at executing them. Squirtle was the guy that was good at making them back in the day. And, nowadays Parting is making the big esports money and, has all the fame and is on one of these huge Kespa teams. So I would love to see Squirtle go up and show Parting he's still, maybe he's still the boss.
Yeah, I would love to see that match. Then again, it would be cool to see YongHwa win this only if YongHwa won the next match against Parting, and that I don't think can happen. But if that did happen, if that was the narrative for today, that would be really cool too.
Yeah. Well, we will see, Tasteless. We will see. Right now, they've both lined up with build orders almost completely. Squirtle, the first scout. Both of them very late on that, of course.
By the way, we have the best observers in the business here at GOMTV.net, Heaven and Legend. So show them some love on Twitter. They do a very good job. And without them, cashing this game would basically be impossible for Artosis and me. So
yeah,
we really
couldn't see it or anything.
We couldn't see it, yeah. Well, or I'd be observing and I would just be missing everything and being crucified on the
missing
internet.
everything and not able to listen to what I say because your brain can do one thing at once.
Yeah, only one thing at once. That's part
how
of
humans
human.
are.
Yeah. So we have the probe coming down here now and peeking around into YongHwa's base.
Mm-hmm. And they're actually like basically completely mirrored builds. I mean, YongHwa has a slightly quicker stalker, but the difference is that doesn't even matter, really.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're both going to Mothership Core scout each other, but they probably will both have stalkers waiting for that. So,
yeah, it's not like there's a surprise entrance you can come in here with the Mothership Core, that's for sure.
Especially when they pass each other.
Yes. Twilight Council now on the way. Here's the Mothership Core high five.
Oh. It's it'd be cool if when they hit each other, because it happens not very often, if they kind of bounced off each other. Have you ever, I know you didn't play a lot of basketball, but when two basketballs hit each other, they just both go flying.
They do. I can't even dribble a basketball or Artosis.
Oh my god.
I can't even play like NBA Jam, okay? on console, okay?
Oh wow.
I can't.
That's funny. I like the way you did that. Okay, we have a Twilight Council for both players. Really nice opening, of course.
DT's here for YongHwa.
Now, if Squirtle doesn't go Dark Shrine, he might just straight up lose, because DT's generally beat Blink, but it looks like he's going Dark Shrine too. Dark Shrine, the strat of the day.
Yeah, everybody's DT rushing here, and spotted. Now, the question is, does he cancel? That's what I want to know.
I don't think he does.
Think he sticks with it?
Yeah. The Dark Shrine, like, what are you going to do? Get two observers, sit one at home? And then a Robo's coming. Are you going to have an observer in your main and your natural? Well, now you have to buy cannons. Like, I think the Dark Shrine kind of just pays for itself if you already started it.
I guess that's true. It's much more effective here in Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, much, much more. I have to agree with you there. So they're both going to go for that. But YongHwa's actually getting the Robo. So it looks like YongHwa's just going to go ahead and win this game. It's pretty simple. He has a pylon in his opponent's natural. Squirtle didn't get the scout off. YongHwa kind of sacrificed energy and life on the Mothership Core to see the Dark Shrine, whereas Squirtle did not. So without detection, it's basically a free win.
It's there's nothing you can do. I mean,
Yeah. Squirtle starts the robo. It's so late that he's going to lose all his probes before it really matters over his next.
Does he have a sentry at the ramp or anything that could buy time? Okay, he can.
Okay.
He's buying time. I don't know how long this can last. This is kind of a band-aid solution here.
With the amount of gas he has, he actually can make it last the entire time. But the amount of sentries he has to make, and in fact, we might see 2 more warp in and then push through. I don't think we'll see that because it's risky in case an observer's already on the way. But, you know, he could do something such as attack the Nexus. But we don't really see that here.
Oh! That's my casting. I just go, oh, when that happens. It's really good. Because I didn't know if it was going to happen. I got excited. So he does get in here now, so he can get some probes here. Oh, look at him blocking, actually. He's doing a really good job.
He is. But the DT dealing so much more damage than his DTs could really do.
Right.
Like, already it's killed 5-6 probes. It's basically already paid for itself, and it killed a sentry, and it killed a zealot, and it's forcing lost mining time.
Really nicely
and it
done.
forced him into 4 sentries, which I assure you that you don't want 4 sentries in PvP.
Well, he can make an Archon and Zealots, or and run over the force fields and kill them. So
absolutely. So, looking at where the game's at right now, the probe difference actually is not that much considering. It's 35 to 33. A little bit surprising there.
Okay. Now he's just going to go ahead and build up here. YongHwa should be in very good shape. And his Squirtle's aware of that. There's not like Squirtle doesn't know what's coming for him. But we'll see if Squirtle's pretty good at handling situations like this.
Yeah, this is kind of cool from YongHwa. He's actually going on a similar tech path to what we saw before. He's going into Blink. Even though obviously he did a completely different build, it looks like YongHwa is a fan of Blink after Expand overall, which, you know, obviously it's going to give you a lot of mobility. Immortal drops are coming back in a big way, so it's going to help you out against those as well.
That really excites me, too. The Immortal drops, we got a taste of that, a glimpse of that in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, it was getting pretty popular.
A few months after the game was out, and then it just kind of went away.
Yeah. Well, you know, just Stargate tech got so good. If you open Stargate against someone that opens Immortal drops, well... A Warp Prism and Immortals don't do so well against that, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so actually a Stargate as well as a Warp Prism on the way here for YongHwa, but it has been scouted. This is very interesting. The single Stargate tells me that YongHwa wants to actually go for... I mean, there's a small chance he wants to go Oracle.
That's what I was going to guess,
But my guess is he's going to go right into Tempest.
Okay.
You know, use Blink Stalkers.
Camp outside the base, maybe?
Yeah.
Hit him with the Tempest?
Yeah. I mean, right now we actually have Squirtle going for Colossus, so it's a good tech choice. And between Blink Stalkers and a Warp Prism with Immortals in it, he can stall out till he has Tempest. That's not going to be an issue.
No, that makes sense.
He's not going to be killed before
Even if he's not killing probes with this Warp Prism, he can actually drop on pylons, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa! All right, well, he triggered that.
Yeah, and now, here we go. This Immortal drop does go to work. Really, this is already doing a very good job. This costs him really nothing to do as long as he doesn't lose it, and we didn't see Blink from Squirtle because he went directly into Colossus Tech. And in fact, Colossus Tech, is losing some popularity because of builds like this.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Squirtle's basically stapled into his base, and YongHwa's free to harass him. Look at that, he triggered the Guardian Shield, he just runs away.
Yeah, YongHwa is just gaining advantages all over the place, Tasteless.
And look at this beautiful pickup. You know what's funny about this is that they're so good against... Oh my god, what is happening in this game? All right, well, that was a bit of a mistake, but he's also done so much damage that it's kind of okay.
17 probes killed now, and as far as units lost, he took a big hit by losing
the Warp Prism and the 2 Immortals.
But still, he's a little bit ahead in that area.
Looks like we might be having a 2-base counter here from Squirtle. He's getting more gates, not opting to expand. I don't blame him for that, because it looks like YongHwa basically has map control. Look at the mini-map, all the red blips at the bottom left-hand side of our screen compared to the closed-off little blue area in the bottom right.
You know, I think you're right, Tasteless. With those extra gates and the fact that he already has Colossus, I think he realizes he's taking a lot of damage, and he should move over and deal some damage to YongHwa, because there's no way he's going to have a quicker third.
Yeah.
So why just stay behind? I want him to go over there and put some pressure on with his charge and Colossus tech.
Well, I guess we said that, but now it looks like he's going to expand again. This is where, you know, it might be a fake, though. He might be thinking there's an observer over there.
Could be. And look at the mini-map, in fact. YongHwa has such great spread right now of scouting material. I mean,
yeah,
it's looking very nice.
So you know, for the time being, okay, he is going to expand again. I find that to be a little bit weird, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is fine as well, because while I don't mind watching someone try to hit a Colossus time when your opponent doesn't have Colossus, he's got to be careful about that too, because this is a more scrappy and versatile army that YongHwa has.
Yeah.
But if they both hit maxed armies, I'm still not exactly sure how this army is going to actually stack up. The thing is, Squirtle's going to have to change his tech. He can't just go Colossus against Tempest.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, now he knows that YongHwa knows that Squirtle's out on the map. We're going to have a little drop over here into the main, and it looks like another drop actually there from Squirtle over there, headed down to the bottom left.
And, well, you know, with 3 mining bases, YongHwa, I feel like he's in such nice shape here, Tasis.
All right, nice cannon placement there, too, so that harass didn't really do anything.
Killed like 1 probe or so, but...
Yeah.
Still...
A little recall back there, and this worked out perfectly for Squirtle.
Yeah.
Completely opposition him. He's going to get the Nexus over here. I'm actually a bit surprised that he actually countered over to that area. Look at this.
Wow. Wow, that was a really good play by both players. Well, not actually as much by YongHwa. Yeah, I was going to say,
not by YongHwa. He's actually really behind.
I like that he realized he had 2 recalls and decided to try to help both areas. Thing is, he recalled before he saw the attack on his 3rd, but now Squirtle has turned this into an advantage.
This is sort of how YongHwa lost to Party. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He got hit. He got a drop in the main, and then he goes back to the main, and then he just attacked the 3rd base, and it worked. We're going to see the second PvP here from him actually turn out like this.
Well, I'm excited to see how this is going to actually turn out in the long term, because I would say as far as unit composition goes right this second, YongHwa has a small lead, even though he has less units. Because these Tempests are going to just massacre the Colossi, but, you know, the Colossi will deal a lot of damage to ground units before that occurs.
All right, let's see if we can get away from this Tempest. This thing shoots like the length of the computer screen.
It certainly does.
And it looks like he's going to move out here again.
Yeah, you know.
And if he can get this base to be denied, that's huge.
Luckily for YongHwa, he does have that pylon watching.
Yep.
You know, as long as you have the mothership core, you're pretty safe to be on the map doing this. As long as you just pay attention that it doesn't get feedbacked or picked off.
We got a drop over here now where the cannon is. He's probably going to warp in some more zealots on top of that.
Really nice moves here by YongHwa. I really like the 3 DT warp.
Oh, he needs to get out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he actually did get out. Okay.
Yeah, that warp.
That was totally worth it.
Yeah, that was great. It makes him lose mining time, too.
Yeah, he outpositioned him there.
All right, so YongHwa...
Is his Archon stuck? Oh, no, okay. It was just bunched up there. I thought somehow you trapped that in there for
It's like one of those hedge mazes. It just takes a minute to get through it.
So he's going to move out now. Headed to the upper right here.
That's a lot of zealots.
That is.
That's a lot of supply that's not going to be his main army if we see a fight, but that's definitely also a dead 3rd if he doesn't warp back, so...
Well, he could probably target down the Nexus like you've seen before and then warp back.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, we'll see if he ends up doing that, because right now Squirtle is trying to get into position. I think he's pretty aware of what's happening. No, I guess he's not, actually. But he should be now. There you go. That 1 hit does set him off.
Okay, so he's now over here to defend his 3rd base. We still have a big army here for our Red Protoss, YongHwa. I'm interested, you know, he seems to be moving back. Is he privy to the fact there's that little army in the upper left-hand corner of the map?
Definitely not. He has no idea about that right now. And Squirtle, I think, is actually just waiting for a battle to send those in. He wants them to 100%, no matter what, deal a lot of damage.
Well, it looks like since Squirtle's not being attacked, he's going to expand again.
Well, this...
but now YongHwa expands as well.
Yeah. I think they both realize at the same time that this has gotten to the point in PvP where attacking each other becomes unbelievably hard. Like, whoever's on the defense is going to have a better concave, and they're warping points immediately there, because they'll basically be standing on top of them. And it gets really gross to attack each other. So then you start both expanding a lot, trying to force the other guy to attack you. You start harassing a lot, trying to force the other guy to take some damage.
Right, we're about to have this engagement right now. Now you got to remember that the Red Army here for YongHwa, it's got that range because of the Tempest, so they always get a few shots fired. But see, that was exactly what Squirtle wanted, because now he sends this army over here to attack the expansion.
Very powerful attack indeed, and in fact, he's warping in the main base as well. Smart moves with DTs being warped in.
Target down this Nexus like now.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to end up working, but here we go. The attack is going to commence. Right now, these Tempests not targeting what they need to. There we go. They're being shift-clicked now on those Colossi, and so quickly they're falling.
All right, but we still have a lot of Archons and Stalkers here for Squirtle, but it looks like none of the Archons are going to be left here to get underneath the Tempest. Still, though, Squirtle now pushing forward, able to hit these Tempests. If he targets him down, DT's coming in here to try to defend, and it looks like Squirtle is going to have to run for it.
Yeah, nice defense there by YongHwa, and in fact, he does take a pretty solid supply lead. He's up by about 15 or 20 right now. So that is an issue for Squirtle, but Squirtle actually has a lot of money banked up, so he's just going to have to get his macro going.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a hiccup there for him. Actually, the supplies are very even, 98 to 101. So they both took some pretty heavy blows there, but this game is kind of normalized now.
Yeah. You know, for what they have for units, though, you definitely have to give the lead to YongHwa. You know, he still has his Immortals, and he has one more Archon as well as those Tempests still. So he's going to be fighting against mostly Charge Lot Blinkstar.
All right, now we have the Archons coming up here, and I don't actually know if this is going to be very favorable here for YongHwa. Remember, those Tempests, it takes a long time to make them.
Yeah,
we have a Mothership Core here, right? Am I missing something?
Yeah, you're very right. I'm surprised he actually decided to attack.
I don't know why. I feel like he just got impatient here.
You know, the thing about these specialty units, such as the Immortals this late in the game.
GG. Well, that was a weird ending there. That was a very strange ending because they were pretty even. And then one guy's like, I don't know, and just ran in there.
I think he thought he was a little bit further behind because of all that harassment from the Zealots, but he actually had within 5 probes of Squirtle, so a bit of a mistake there. But, you know, the thing about specialty units, like especially the Tempest, they need a lot of support units with them.
YongHwa not looking very happy here as once again he has been eliminated early on in a big tournament despite being a very talented and skilled player.
Yeah. Well, this has to be frustrating. He's been amongst the top Protosses in the world for like about over 2 years. Over 2 years, I would say. And he just can't seem to do it. I mean, at a moment like that, even the strongest of us tasteless will question what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, well,
what do I not have that everyone else seems to have?
Well, this is going to be interesting because now we have a rematch between the two former teammates, Squirtle and Parting. Squirtle, the guy that came up with the build orders that Parting used to become the world champion last year.
Yeah. That's going to be a really fun match.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, definitely the Padawan has passed the teacher.
Well, that's
Jedi.
I think the third metaphor you bungled today.
The
Padawan has passed the
Jedi Master.
The Jedi Master, I guess you could say. Well, we're going to go to that PvP in just a little bit here after the short break, so don't go anywhere.